Logan,
Logan, look what Mommy's got. Here.
Logan,
are you gonna have a brother or a sister?
come poke it. Stab it. No.
Oh,
Stab.
Stop it. Stop it.
go! Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another chat video. And as you can see, I am doing so much better. If you have been following me on Instagram or Planning Us Healthy or on Fitbit, you probably noticed that I am finally starting to get back to my healthy habits after just a really rough couple of months. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristi. I am kind of still following the WW Blue program. I had to take a little bit of a temporary break from WW and had to kind of go to counting calories because I was in a very bad ulcerative colitis flare, and basically I can't eat like fruits, vegetables, high fiber grains and things like that. So I kind of backed away from WW to count calories, but I'm still providing the points for all three programs and also the calories. And I plan on going back to the WW Blue program. I also want to let you know on my chat videos, these are really not scripted. I have a couple notes that I write down, but other than that, I just kind of wing it, talk about my week, what's been going on, my plans for, the upcoming weeks, just a lot of different things that pop into my mind. So if I end up going all over the place, that's why. I really don't have a script. I just want to be me and just sitting here talking with all of my friends out there. So the last chat video I actually planned on doing one last week. The last one I did, I don't even remember, honestly. I think I had told you all about my dogs. Both my dogs passed, and my cousin passed, and our best friend passed. And we've just, over the last couple months, I also was sick with my flare, blah, blah, blah. I think I've already mentioned all that before. So we have, both our dogs have been cremated, and we have their remains and their urns home. So we are definitely moving forward. We miss them every day, but things are definitely easier. I think I've gone through the grieving stages and I've accepted it now. And now I just think about them and I miss them rather than focusing on like those bad days of when they actually passed. And then this past weekend, we went to the celebration of life for our best friend. So that was really hard. So I have like the things that I needed to take care of out of the way, I guess, for lack of better words. I don't really like to say out of the way, but I feel like I can move forward. Last week, I planned on doing a chat video, and after my last video, when I was telling you all that I was doing much better, the very next day, I ended up with the worst sinus infection and laryngitis. But let me tell you what happened. I went to urgent care, and the urgent care doctor ended up sending me home saying that I was just in a bad ulcerative colitis flare, because I had told him that I'm in a colitis flare. So, yes, I'm tired, but it's probably because of that and not so much, being sick. And yeah, he sent me home. I couldn't even talk. Like, I had laryngitis where you could hardly hear me talking. Yeah, I'm still a little bit nasally, but my throat hurt, my ears hurt, everything hurt. They tested me for COVID. It wasn't COVID, thank God. And but he never looked in my throat. He never looked in my ears. He never like checked my sinuses or anything. And yet when I went to, they did do blood work though, so I wasn't having anemia or anything like that. So that was good. So that was on a Saturday, and then I ended up going to my regular doctor on Monday and found out, she was like, I don't even need to look at your throat or anything to know how sick you are. So I just really had a bad sinus infection and laryngitis, and unfortunately it was so bad that I had to go on an antibiotic. So anybody who has ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, you know that we try to stay as far away from antibiotics as we can because it strips your body of all the bacteria, good or bad. And unfortunately, I had to have an antibiotic, but I'm still doing okay. My flare is much better. I'm seeing improvement every day. I've been slowly adding a little bit of fruits and vegetables this week, so I'm so excited about that. I've not really added a whole lot of fiber yet. I'm still deathly afraid to try broccoli, but I'm just gonna kind of slowly add things and see how I end up doing. So I wanna say thank you so much to all of you for kind of hanging in there with me, bearing with me as I have just gone through this craziness in the last couple months. So if you're new, I kind of this year made a little bit of a change in the way I was doing things. I stopped focusing on the number on the scale and started focusing more on healthy habits. So drinking my water, getting my exercise in, just making sure that I'm getting my protein in, my healthy fats, you know, all the healthy habits. Getting my sleep in, trying to keep my stress levels down, things like that. So I'm really trying to focus more on that rather than the number on the scale. And it's probably a good thing that I chose to kind of throw the scale out a couple months ago, because then everything just kind of went haywire in my life, and yeah, it was not good. So probably if I would have been watching that number on the scale, I would have gotten even more discouraged. And here's the thing. We are allowed to go through life and have life events happen and things happen to us where it steers us off of course. It steers us off course, and we may put on a little bit of weight, and that's okay. We are human. It's okay. What's not okay is if we throw in the towel and we just completely give up. So I want to say to anybody who has maybe put on some of your weight back, don't be disappointed in yourself. Do not look at yourself as a failure. You are not a failure. So I have been hearing a lot of talk about what COVID has done and keeping people like indoors, and people that have gained weight and now they are kind of afraid to see the people that they haven't seen in a while because they're embarrassed because they've gained weight back. Guess what? It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you think. Every day that we wake up, it is a new day to change our lives. Every day. When we wake up that morning, it is a day to change our life. If I go to work today and I just completely do horrible in my job, like I am messing up reports, I am just really screwing up royally on my job today. And then I come home at the end of the day, what's gonna happen the next day? Am I going to quit? Am I going to not go back to work because I messed up that day? No, I'm going to go to work and I'm going to do the best that I can that day. And that's what we need to do on our weight loss journeys, on our healthy journeys, not even necessarily about weight loss, but about getting healthy. So when we have a not so healthy eating day or exercise day, maybe we were just completely lazy, ate 100 cookies and just had a rotten day. That doesn't mean that the next day we throw in the towel. We didn't ruin anything. Tomorrow, the next day starts a new day and we just get back on it. So what we have to try and remember, we tend to focus on all the things that we feel we do wrong. It's just, we're human. It's the way that we're brought up. It's just the way that we're wired. We tend to think of the negative things and the things that we didn't do right. And we need to change that. And we need to think about the things we did right. I need to focus on what did I do? I got my water in. Or 2 days ago, I actually did a cardio video, which I haven't done in a long time. Or 3 days before that, I was walking upstairs, and guess what? I didn't used to be able to walk upstairs without getting winded. So for every positive thing that we do for our bodies, it is helping on the inside. So even if it doesn't show up on the scale or doesn't show up in our appearance, for everything positive thing you're doing, it is helping you. It's helping you some. So you cannot tell me that every single day, 24/7, you have made bad choices. You haven't. There have got to be good choices that you've made. We all have made some bad choices, but we have made good choices as well. So that's what's important. This is about learning about our bodies. It's about getting healthy. So we just have to do the best we can from today forward, and don't worry about yesterday. It is about health, and we definitely want to have body positivity, but we also want to be healthy as well. But where we are today is where we are today. So I challenge you, if you are one of those ones that has been sitting there and sulking and just embarrassed to be in front of people, embarrassed because you've made bad choices, let it go. Let it go. Today starts now. If you continue doing that and sulking, it's just going to get worse, and it's going to spiral, and you're not going to feel good about yourself. You're never going to start feeling good. I just challenge you to make small steps, to make some small positive changes, but keep your mind positive. Keep telling yourself positive things. Even when you're going through something bad, tell yourself it's not going to last forever. When I was going through things the last couple months, I will tell you, I have been challenged physically, mentally, and spiritually. I have had days that I just broke down crying. And you all know I am a very positive person, and I don't normally have a lot of days like that. But at the same time, I couldn't let that take control of me. And I had to just really focus on myself, and I had to keep telling myself, no matter what, it's going to get better. It is going to get better. This will pass. So I've been going on and on and on because I've just seen so many comments and heard so many people talking about just being embarrassed because of, putting on weight and just everybody struggling. So like I said, I just really challenge you to think some positive things. Do some little things this week. Replace soda with water. Just every day do something, increase your activity, park far away when you go to the store, just anything that you can do that is just a little bit of a change. The other thing too is if you have plans, now the summer's coming up and a lot of us have plans. I will tell you the last 2 weeks of June, I'm probably not going to be active as in filming. I'm trying between now and the middle of June, I'm going to try and film some extra videos so that I just kind of have them scheduled to go up, but I myself will not be actually filming during the last 2 weeks of June because we just have a whole lot of stuff going on. So one thing that I could do is I could tell myself, I've got way too much going on the last 2 weeks of June. I just need to not worry about it and just start July 1st. July 1st, I'm going to start, wait a minute, no, because then July 4th, I'm going to be eating food for 4th of July. I'll start July 5th. No, I'm not going to do that. I will say that the thought crossed my mind because that's how I used to think, but no, I'm going to do everything I can every single day to make the best choices that I can. And whatever happens during those 2 weeks, I know I'm going to be in situations where I don't have control of the food. Somebody else cooked it, and that's okay. I'm just going to do the best that I can, make the best choices. So that is what I'm doing. And also the other thing is you have to do things your way. Don't try to do things the way somebody else does it. So the way that I do things may not work for some of you. The way that you all do things may not work for me. The scale is a trial thing for me. I used to be one that I did better when I weighed myself every single day. I like to see my body fluctuations. It helped me learn that your weight can fluctuate up and down a lot. And so this is new to me by putting my scale away, and it may not work for me. I may find that as much as I really don't want to focus on numbers in the long run, obviously, Weight Watchers WW is a program for me. It is a program that I am working right now to help me to learn some things, but I don't want to count points or calories forever. At some point, I don't want to deal with numbers. I don't want to have to count points. I don't want to count calories. I don't want to look at the scale. I want to be able to tell by the way I feel. I want to be able to tell by the way when I go to the doctor's office and I get my lab work. I want to be able to tell how, my endurance is, and when I'm walking up flights and stairs, how tired am I getting? Things like that. That's how I want to gauge what I'm doing rather than the number on the scale, because the number on the scale is not important to me. My health is what's important, and that's ultimately what I'm after. So you just have to do what works for you right now. And what works for you today may not work for you tomorrow. So things can change. You kind of have to play around and just see what your body likes at the moment. And the older we get, unfortunately, the weight, we definitely have to change things. I know when I lost weight in my 30s, it was way different than now losing weight as I am 3 months away from being 50. So speaking of being 3 months away from 50, I know I just went through a lot of rambling. Hopefully when I edit this, it makes a little bit of sense. But like I said, sometimes I really need to do a script. But while I'm talking about being close to 50, I cannot remember if I told you all. So I know I shared it on my social media. And if you are not following me on social media, I am on Instagram, I am on Facebook, and then I have Pinterest too, which Pinterest I don't use a lot, but Pinterest is not like where I post things. So I am always sharing posts on Instagram and Facebook. But I think with everything that happened, I think I forgot to share in a chat video about my news. So if I've already shared this in the past, I apologize. I'm gonna be a Nana again. And the baby is due the day before my birthday. So my birthday is August 27th. I will be 50 years old this year. And the new grandbaby is due August 26th. So my son and daughter-in-law are the parents of Logan. So this is gonna be Logan's sibling. And then, so many of you know I have a daughter, Caitlin. She doesn't have any children, which by the way, many of you have asked how she's doing after, losing Molly, who was basically her dog, and she's doing fantastic. She is still moving forward. She's still in recovery. She did not let it backtrack her at all. She's doing wonderful. So anyway, Logan is gonna be a big brother. So I'm gonna stick a clip in here so you can see whether it's a girl or a boy. Yes, it's a girl. We were so excited. Honestly, I thought that I would want the second one to be a girl, but when they first told us they were pregnant, it didn't really matter to me because I thought it would be cool for Logan to have a little brother too. But when I found out it was a girl, I was just so excited. So anyway, I'm just really happy. And if I've already shared that news, I apologize. Like I said, things are just kind of in a mumbled jumble in my head. So as always, make sure to let me know in the comments how you're all doing. And again, it's not about the scale. Make sure to let me know about any non-scale victories. And also let me know if you have had enough and you are going to just move forward. So if you are still with me, thank you so much for sticking around with me. I said I go all over the place, but I feel good. And when I feel good, I tend to babble more. Thank you all so much for all your support. I cannot thank you enough. We are almost at 20,000 subscribers. I don't even like that word subscribers. It's 20,000 friends. And I cannot thank you all enough. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate your kind words. The friendships that I've made with so many of you, it just really, it gets me through the hard times. Knowing that you all are there gets me through hard times. So I want to say thank you so much. So I'm going to shut up now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll talk to you in my next video. I'm Kristi and I am Planning Us Healthy. Why does this not look right? The mic is falling in my cleavage. Kristi, I'm so glad. So, color kind of looks weird.